Today we're going to be talking about sketching. Specifically, we're going to be talking about sketching cardboard bridges. These are miniaturized sketches. We call them thumbnails. The directions say, use the rectangles below to sketch different bridge designs. Your sketches should show how you would place your cardboard shapes in your bridge to make it strong. Number your designs 1 to 3, 1 being your favorite design. The distance from this point to this point on your actual bridge could be as much as 80 centimeters, and this is an 80 centimeter distance. The distance between this arrow and this arrow is 60 centimeters, which is the span. The span is 60 centimeters. This arrow right here represents a support that ends right here. That is the abutment. The abutment ends right there. And here, the same thing happens. There's a support here, and the abutment is the point where it ends. The arrows in the center represent the center. So whatever you do on one side of your bridge, you're probably going to want to do the same thing for the other side of the bridge. This is the rule sheet, and one thing it says is that you can rest on top of the table, like in this picture, or you can go beneath the edge of the table and potentially use the edge of this table to help support your bridge. You're allowed to go as much as 3 centimeters. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and incorporate that idea. So that means I'm allowed to go up 3 centimeters here to make a cutout for where the support would go here. Okay, one thing I want to make special note of is when we drew this, we did keep it to scale, and the scale is 32 millimeters on this equals 10 centimeters on your final bridge. I'm going to get out a scrap piece of paper, and I want 3 centimeters on the final bridge, and on this sheet 1 centimeter equals 3.2 millimeters. So if I multiply 3 centimeters by 3.2 millimeters, what I will have is 9.6 millimeters on this sheet. This is how I would calculate how far to go into my bridge. Now 9.6 millimeters is really close to 9.5, so I'm just gonna measure to 9.5 as close as I can, and I'm gonna mark that right there. So I'm going to incorporate into my bridge a spot right there where there is no cardboard. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. You should probably use a straight edge to help you draw nice straight lines. Now, there's no cardboard in those spots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this marker to show this is a spot where there is no cardboard. It's just a void. This right here is the edge of the support. Also here, this is the edge of the support. So I want to build a nice strong bridge using really strong shapes. Now I've been told triangles are real strong shapes, so I'm going to try to incorporate triangles into this. Now I'm using really good techniques, but I'll tell you this, my bridge is not going to be a particularly strong bridge. I know that 32 millimeters is equivalent to 10 centimeters on the final bridge. Well, so I know that this is from here to here is 60 centimeters. So I know that I'm going to have 6 chunks of 10 centimeters. So because I know that, I'm going to go ahead and draw these 6 marks. And then the center point is also a mark. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal spots that are 10 centimeters long. On the top, I want the same thing, only the opposite. I want somewhere between these. So what I'm going to do is half of 32 is 16. So I'm going to measure from the center point over 16 millimeters. Do the same thing on the other side. And then from there, I'm going to measure out 32. Now what I'll do is I want to connect some dots. I'm going to make some triangles. Okay, and then I have this point over here. I want to do something with that, so let's just draw a point from here to here and finish this out. And then I have this weird spot. I don't know exactly how to deal with that, so maybe I'll just draw that. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so this corner right here, it's a spot that I really don't need, so I'm not going to put anything there. So I'm highlighting it to show you that there's no cardboard there. This is a spot where we don't need that support. I want to have a bottom and a top, right? There's going to be cardboard holding this all together at the top. So I'm going to draw at least one piece of cardboard is going to go up there. So I'm going to draw a piece representing that there's cardboard up there. Kind of make it a little thicker than just the line that the printer printed out. Now keep in mind, if you don't have access to a printer, you can do all this by drawing it. Just as reference, this is 10 inches long and 1 1/4 inches tall. Okay. All right. So this bridge has to deal with a couple of different forces. One of the forces that it's going to be dealing with is a force on the bottom is going to be pulling the bridge apart. That force is called tension. And so literally your bridge could rip right down the center like that. At the top of your bridge, there's another force pushing it together. And this force we call compression. And so at this point, this is where you might see your bridge maybe fold on itself. You have a lot of things going on. So when you look at this bridge design, hopefully you recognize that it's not a bad design. It could definitely hold weight, but it's not going to be enough to hold your weight. You want to do each of these 3 designs and then finally number them. Say this is my second favorite, this is my first, and this is my third favorite. You want to number them so you can decide which of your designs is the best. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you enjoy sketching your bridges.